in Las Cruces here is New Mexico State University.
Yep.
And I was driving around door dashing yesterday and was right downtown on the campus, or on the edge of the campus because I couldn't go on it. But all of a sudden there was a big corral full of cows, and there's like a Starbucks on one corner and a bunch of cows on the other corner right in downtown Las Cruces, which was kind of funny to me.
Definitely liking Arizona. It's sunny, it's warm, it's got mountains, it's dry, the sky is beautiful. Yeah. We just crossed into the Arizona border, about 5 miles in, stopping at a rest stop. Hi, Bobby. Jim's walking the dogs.
Yep.
You like Arizona?
It's warmer here, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's the first state that we've had that's actually had, look, I'm in a t-shirt. Jim's in flannel and he's dying.
Huh.
Why don't you go change?
I'm alright with the windows open. I mean, it's not like it's 90 degrees out or anything like that.
It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's probably a good 72 degrees and sunny.
We're on our way to Tucson. That's what's happening. So I'm pretty excited. Well, Jim and I both are. We have gotten in touch with Bussy McBusFace. If you have not followed them on Instagram and on YouTube, then what are you waiting for? So they started their full-time journey probably about a month or two before us. But they've been building out for about 2 years. They've got a big 40-footer, so hopefully we'll get to show you that in this video.
And so this kind of became an exit strategy for us, because now, we can live anywhere we want in a moment's notice. Like, we could just move to another state if we want to. I could take a job anywhere and we could go move and live there. So we're saving money now. I'm working the business here as a paramedic, and then when at some point we'll probably exit and go someplace else, or I'm gonna possibly go to nursing school or something like that. So we haven't completely worked out all the kinks, but that's what we're working on.
But yeah, we have our options are open with this bus.
Yes.
How long have you been in the bus?
Almost 4 months now. And it's working great. Well, we had a couple of things, just not with our build, but with like one of our appliances. Our RV refrigerator wasn't working well, and we had to replace it with a regular apartment size refrigerator. So as soon as we did that, we stopped having any problems. That's been working great.
Yeah, we had a little bit of overheating problems with the bus, but we've seemed to have solved that. So it's just been like little things that have added up to a little bit of trouble. But other than that, like, we just... we put a lot of effort into the bus up front, and it took us 3 years so that we wouldn't have to sacrifice later.
Yeah, we're very comfortable the way we built the bus.
I think, like, we talk about this all the time, and really the only sacrifices that we really make living in the bus is it's cold in the morning when you get up, and we have to take shorter showers. Other than that, it's like living in a sticks and brick home.
Yeah, our life is still the same, except we're a little bit closer to the outdoor adventures.
Mm-hmm. Park at a trailhead,
Yeah. Okay, so we did build this bus primarily for boondocking.
Yeah, we basically we built this so that we could stay as long as we can, parked in a spot. And so we have 1,500 watts of solar on the roof. We have
100 gallons of water.
100 gallons of water, 1,000 amp hours of batteries. We made it so that instead of having a permanently mounted propane tank, we have the 20-pound cylinders. So two of them, so we can pull one, go fill it up, bring it back with we have a towed vehicle, we have a Jeep, and then we can also do we also have a 30-gallon water bladder, so we can also shuttle water out here as well. So we can just stay parked, not break camp every time we need to go shopping or fill up something. As long as we can stay there. So and that basically comes down to as long as we're allowed to stay there, we'll stay there for the full time. Yeah. And the only reason we generally would have to break is to dump our black tank.
Yeah, which is 80 gallons of black/gray water.
Yeah, and that's basically from our composting toilet. We actually divert the urine down there, and our sink we have to capture the sink water. So we have a gray water diverter, so we have a big valve we can switch to allow our water coming from the washing machine and from the shower to just go straight to ground, which is totally legal in most states. So our battery bank we have 1,000 amp hours of AGM battery. We had talked about going with the lithiums. They're very, very expensive, as most people know, and quite a bit lighter though. That's kind of a nice thing. But ultimately, like, it just wasn't cost effective for us. It's really like having lithium batteries is kind of a luxury item in this environment, because it gives you like the actual rating of the battery. So if you have 1,000 amp hours of lithium batteries, you get 1,000 amp hours. AGMs aren't like that. AGM batteries, if you have 1,000 amp hours of AGM, you only have 500 amp hours of real power you can use without damaging your battery. And so we sacrificed in that respect with having less power. But honestly, like, with the amount of solar we have and the way we have it set up in here, the only thing we do is we turn off our inverter at night, which shuts off the fridge, and that's okay. And we just keep it off overnight, and then in the morning we turn it back on again and continue that way. We don't drain our batteries hardly at all. And we get to about 100% by roughly noon, 1 o'clock, we're full up again.
Right, and that's in winter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wintertime.
Drained. How do you keep track of how much is in your battery?
We have a Victron battery monitor that we use to...
up on the wall.
Yeah, it's just up on the wall above the refrigerator there. So the Victron battery monitor kind of gives us an idea of how much energy is going into the battery, how much energy is going out of the battery, what percentage the battery's at, what the battery voltage is. You never want your your AGMs to get below like 12.1, so we have alarms going off at 12.3. We hardly ever see that unless we turn on something like the Instapot. Instapot will like that. I mean, that's a beast of a drain. So a lot of times we'll actually run the generator. You know, we also have a generator to back all this stuff up if we're like stuck in clouds for days, and our inverter will charge our batteries off of that. So we turn on the generator, it goes right into the inverter and puts that into the battery.
A regular inverter?
Ames Power 3,000 watt.
Yeah, that's what we have.
Mm-hmm. It's an inverter charger. So if you put your Jenny right into the inverter, and that's the inverter's hooked to the batteries, it'll charge your batteries.
Yeah. Jim and I want to thank you and say, man, we appreciate you so much for coming along on this journey with us. We set out almost a year ago to build a bus, to live in a bus, and to travel in a bus. And it was rough going for a minute, and now it's getting pretty smooth. So stick with us. Come along for the ride every single week. We do release videos. Again, we will release them on Saturdays at noon. So we just appreciate you. We thank you. Hit the subscribe button. Come on, bring some other friends along. Hit the share button. And we'll see you next week. Bye for now.